Hey, what are you doing? Signs on cars. You know, like the signs that say, I brake for dogs, or I brake for Bambi, I brake for deer. And then they get a little more goofy, a little more weird and wacky. Like, I brake for whales. Really? Whales? Like there's a whale jogging down the street. Like there's a whale trying to sell me oranges. Then they might get a little more extreme or goofy. Like, I brake for Sasquatch. I brake for Sasquatch. That's one's interesting. It's on that, you know, big ass, drunk ass, redneck ass, motherfucker's 4-wheel drive truck. And you know that he's got a story about the time that he saw their Sasquatch in the woods, right? Definitely has a story. And he's spent hours watching that one TV show, The Sasquatch Hunters. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? They go out there in the fucking woods looking for Sasquatch. They got night vision and shit. They're yelling at the top of their lungs like, this is how you find Sasquatch. This is like a mating call. They have sticks. Big fucking sticks. And they're just banging them. Just banging them against trees. Like, just hitting them against trees. Like, this is going to attract them. This is what they're looking for. It's like their mating call. Like they're out there doing the same fucking thing. Banging sticks against trees. He's probably using his dick. Maybe, yeah? Big Sasquatch dick. Just whacking it against the tree. Like, why am I such a freak? But you know that same guy, that same redneck, he knows a friend who's got a cousin who's been abducted by aliens. What? Really? That's amazing. Abducted by aliens? Your cousin. Let me guess. Does he live in a trailer park? That's weird. Why are they picking off the really dumb ones? Because it's easy? Maybe? That's crazy. Abducted by aliens? What the fuck, man? Awesome. I seen a documentary about something. There were some people that claimed to have been abducted by aliens. They were sitting down in a little therapy group. There was a therapist, and she was all, or he was all, I don't quite remember. But I know they're all extremely fucking convinced that they were actually abducted by aliens. They had stories, and they had drawings, and paintings, and they fucking loved it. And you can kind of see it in their eyes that they were proud of this. That this was special. That they were the ones that were chosen. And this therapist is just fucking egging them on. Just fucking egging them on. They're just the worst person ever. This therapist. Just the absolute worst. These people need real fucking help. And this guy's just like, yeah, keep coming to the sessions and telling your same bullshit fucking story while I suck you dry with all your money. That person needs to go to fucking hell. Just like other people who almost die and say they saw Jesus. That shit's crazy. Let me tell you what's actually happened there when you get abducted by aliens or you see Jesus when you die. It's actually just a bunch of random firings in your brain, and when you are unconscious, it's just your brain's job to take whatever information's in front of you and just interpret it the best it can. So if you spend your whole life believing in aliens, it's gonna maybe interpret it as this. Or your whole life believing that in Jesus and stuff. It's gonna take this and interpret it the best way it can. Just like right now, as I'm looking at myself, recording myself, talking to myself, to you at the same time, just, you know, it's taking that information and it's like, yeah, I know exactly what's happening right now, and it's real. But those people wake up from that state, and it was actually more like a dream, but they just cling on to it. They just cling on to it because they so desperately want it to be real. So they make it real. One's own interpretation. So those alien people, I bet they have a sign on their car that says, like, I brake for aliens, I brake for E.T., I brake for anal probing, Jesus people, I brake for Jesus, I brake for the Holy Spirit, or whatever the fuck. I guess my car, I guess what I'm trying to say is on my car, I'm going to have a sign that says, I brake for no reason. Just fucking crazy person, just slamming on my brakes. Whatever the fuck I feel like it. Yeah, so I'm done. You go do what feels right. I think I'm going to go look for Sasquatch. Dog! Dog, get your nose ready. We're going to look for Sasquatch.